listening in on the screen on the screen names. I remember my AIM screen name. AIM people in here? Yeah, right. Hell yeah. Mine was XX Katie Girl XX123. And my away message was, I was 11 years old, so just imagine this. My away message was, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Hate me because your boyfriend thinks so. Yeah, I looked like a live-action troll doll at 11 years old. I don't know what I was thinking. I was not walking that talk, you know? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can tell by that joke, but I am a millennial. Any millennials in the crowd? You guys are really excited for a generation that cannot own property. No, I'm a millennial. Actually, before I even get into my set, I do kind of like to ask the demographic of my millennials in here, just to get a feel for you guys, see how similar we are. So let me know. In high school, did you guys have sex or did you collect state quarters? Which one is it? Which one is? Hell yeah, my state quarter. They're like, hell yeah. What was your state of choice? Georgia. California. Oh my God. East, West Coast right here. Give it up for them. Hell yeah, I collected state quarters. Because here's the thing. In high school, if I had the option of losing my virginity or finding Virginia, honey, I'm going to choose the East Coast option, okay? Oh man, it was fun growing up for me. I was a youth group kid too. Yeah. But I was super annoying about it. I would always say things like, I'm saving myself for marriage. But then I would go home and aggressively dry hump the corners of my couch. Hey, we all did that, okay? We were all just in our tweens destroying lazy boys, you know? Any other sexually frustrated youth group kids in here? Make some noise. Yeah. Man, my sister's in Christ right up front. It's like looking in a mirror. You know, I was a super annoying youth group kid. I remember my friends, when they did tell me that they lost their virginities, my response back to them would be to openly cry. Yeah, in front of them. Yeah, so that also means that I was, say with me, not invited to parties, okay? Yeah, nobody wanted to party hardy with the girl who went to second base with an ottoman. Yeah, nobody wanted that. That means I am single. Yeah, if there's any furniture in the audience, I really would love a chaise lounge, would love one of those. I am single. I kind of had a bit of a stressful week last week. I ran into my ex. Yeah, out on the street in the wild, ran into him. It's never fun, right? 'Cause that's right. Let me know if it's the same for you. It's never the day that you look your best, right? It never is. That's never the day that you're wait a minute. I'm gonna shower and wax my upper lip before I leave the house, you know? You never know who you're gonna run into at Panera, you know? But what was worse though was what I was wearing. And guys, I really wish I was making this up. I was wearing his sweatpants. Yeah, he noticed. He's like, I really wish you would give those back. And well, I really wish you wouldn't fuck your coworkers, you know? We can't always get what we want, Derek. We can't always get what we want, okay? No, I was wearing his sweatpants. My hair was pulled back so tight, I looked like Tony Soprano. And then I was wearing a t-shirt that said, Daddy's Little Socialist. So I was the portrait of a perfect woman, that's what I'm really trying to say. Furniture, are you there? No, I am single. I don't know what it is about me. I tend to attract some really crazy dudes. They tend to say things to me that makes me wonder, is what they're saying going through a filter? Where's the Brita, you know? I do like saying that when I can kind of see some guys in the audience that look like they own a Brita, but have never once changed the filter. This guy right up front, he's like, nah, man, I love iron. What are you talking about? I put them in minerals, you know? No, I one time had a guy I was on a date with. He was so oblivious to female hygiene products. And that's important to know because on the date we were eating wings and he thought he was taking a moist towelette out of my purse. When in fact it was a Summer's Eve cleansing cloth. For my Brita boy right up front. A Summer's Eve. A summer's eve cleansing cloth it's not a moist towelette that's like meant to wipe away loose sauces. That's not what it is. It's a vaginal cleansing wipe, and it's meant to, refreshen one's vagine. And he did use it on his face. He did. He did. Actually, it did end up being okay though, because when we were making out later, the pH balance of his lips was perfect. He's like, oh my God, that's in springtime in Paris. What is that? So feminine. We love to see it. Is anyone in here? Did anyone here meet their significant other like before the existence of online dating? Like way before? All right, nobody shops vintage in here, okay? Nobody shops vintage. Anybody meet their just partner out in the wild? Woo! Oh my God, you guys are real excited about that. How'd you guys meet?
Dollar beer night.
Dollar beer night?
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
My parents aren't happy, but I
am. Guys, and that was the hashtag of their wedding. Our parents aren't happy, but we are. They just had just beer. Yeah, give it up for them. Give it up for Dollar Beer Night. Yeah, they said their vows while doing a keg stand. That's amazing. I like to ask that question because I always like to find out how people's grandparents met. Because have you noticed that whenever they tell you like how they met, to them it's like the most romantic tale, but compared to today's standards, it's usually like completely unhinged. I'll give you an example. My grandma, she was telling me how she met my grandfather, and she was telling me the story. She was like, well, Katie, me and my girls were out on the town, and then your grandfather pulled up in his car, which was like a huge flex at the time, I guess. He pulled up in his car, then he said, get in, we're going for a ride. And then I got in, and I never looked back. I was like, Grandma, that's not dating, that's an abduction. Yeah, you got kidnapped right under your own nose, you didn't even realize it. She's like, no, Katie, it wasn't like that at all. I was just so taken by him. I mean, exactly, you were taken by him. Oh my God, someone call Liam Neeson right now. Get him on the phone, Jesus. Oh man, my grandma has Stockholm Syndrome. I feel like she would hate that joke, but it's okay, she's not here. Man, no, she's here, she's alive. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I never said she was dead, Jesus. She's asleep watching Jeopardy. Oh, but thank you for your kind awe. No, it's, yeah, I'm single. It's so super fun. Actually, I just turned 30. Yeah, give it up for that. She's brave. She's brave to age. I just turned 30, and I really had to kind of like take a look at my dating life, because dating in your 20s is vastly different from dating in your 30s. And I've kind of had to take a moment to like look myself in the mirror and come to terms with the fact that it's time to just grow up and finally eat some ass, you know? That's hey, listen, that is the biological evolution. I did not have a choice in this matter. You turn 30 and you eat ass, okay? Where are my ass eaters at? You're not a shy demographic. Where are you? Where are you at? Oh, you cowards. I know one of you is. Usually there's like one guy in the back like ferociously clapping his hands. He's like, I clap my hands and I lick them cheeks with my head. Who's here? Who's here's with me? Nobody's here. Everyone's like, get away from me right now. No, it's funny because like a lot of the times people are like, oh my God, that's so gross. That is like so disgusting. And to them, I just want to say, grow the fuck up, okay? Grow the fuck up and do your taxes, all right? Because eating ass is the W-9 of sexual favors. Nobody understands it, but you just kind of have to like get in there and figure it out, you know? Just don't stare at the fine print too long, or it will terrify you. No, I've had some people be like, well, Katie, like, what's your preferred like sexual preference in somebody? And like, listen, I just want somebody who gives off the general energy that they just got off of a 12-hour shift at the factory. And my ass is a golden corral. You know, that's all I want. It's time to chow down, Daryl. It's time to chow down. You are all terrified of me right now, and that's okay. That's okay. You can be terrified. I am bisexual, if that makes a little more sense. I'm bisexual. I'm not just aggressive. But actually, I kind of have a controversial opinion. I am a firm believer that all women are like a little gay, especially straight women. I even do believe that. Because straight women be doing the gayest stuff sometimes. And as a former straight, I can say that, okay? Because here's the thing. You give a straight woman like 2 glasses of rosé, what's her favorite activity? What is it?
Kissing girls.
Kissing girls, my man right up front. he's like, identify as a lesbian, I don't know what to tell you. No, but straight women love kissing their friends. And whenever I say that, I always feel like half of the straight women in the room, their buttholes just like clench up. And they're like, Katie, kissing your friends is not gay. Me and my besties do it most nights of the week, okay? yeah, that's right. I kiss my friends alone, I finger them goodbye. And I am straight as an arrow. Oh, God. No, you're not, Hannah. No, you're not. I'll leave you guys on this one. This is another one for my ladies. I kind of had another weird thing happen to me the other day, and ladies, let me know if this has happened to you. I realized that I had 2 tampons inside of me. Right? She's like, I have 2 in me right now. Double the flow, double the fun. No, I had 2. And I should back up. And for the men in the crowd, that's 1 more tampon than what's supposed to be inside you. To educate you there for a second. No, I just completely forgot it was up there and no, not the drain, you know? And here's the thing, like the most upsetting thing about it to me was not the fact that I could have gotten like toxic shock syndrome and like lost a leg, you know? No, the most upsetting thing about it to me was the fact that I did not realize that I was a 2-car garage kind of gal. Yeah. Yeah, and they were super tampons too, so. Wasn't like I was parking a couple Honda Civics up there, you know? I had 2 Ford F-150s, okay? Workhorses. 2 tampons. At that point, it was like I was playing my own little personal game of Chubby Bunny. Just like, how many can she fit, you know? 6. 6 is the answer. Guys, my name is Katie Kincaid. Thank you so much. You've been amazing.